Hey pretty friends, this is Allison Wheeler. I put a post on Facebook earlier this morning about making a video and asked for some ideas on which video, and Kathy decided she would like to see how I use the black and white preset Harvest Moon that's included in the Sugar and Spice collection. Harvest Moon is really a popular preset if you're over in the Facebook group. A lot of people share that preset and are in love with it, and then there's some people who just can't get it to work on their images. So I'm going to show you how I use it and the personal tweaks that I do over here in the basic panel, just to make it more my style, which is kind of a moodier, matte, kind of gritty black and white. So just come over here to the presets. Oops, I did a little reset to start it over. So okay, here's Harvest Moon. So just one click, Harvest Moon, which that's pretty as is. But I am going to show you what I do to make it my style. So to me it's a little bit bright, so I'm going to dial down the exposure first, and I just work top down. Like I said, I'm going to bump that contrast a lot because I like really contrasty black and whites. I kind of like the highlights where they are. I'm going to deepen the shadows just kind of to when I like them. I might lower the whites just a little bit and deepen the blacks. And this is all going to be adjusted here after I go back through. I'm going to really bump the clarity because, like I said, I really like that. I'm going to play with the tone curve. Any of these dots along this line can be deleted. You can delete them by right clicking. You can add more, just just clicking anywhere. You can move them. You can put your mouse right over it and you can move them up, you can move them down. Let me just reset that. I reset that by just tapping Control Z. So I'm just going to move these around. I'm going to deepen this just a little bit, and this one as well. And then oops, I guess I lost that one. There we go. And just pull that one down just a little bit. And then I'm going to lower this first one, which kind of helps take away a lot of that matte-ness. As I'm just going to keep rolling down, I like to always sharpen my images. There's really not a science to this. I usually click the amount somewhere between right around the ing, and then the radius kind of like this, and then the masking, I hold down the button on my mouse and click that little slider and hold down the Alt key, and it turns white because it's saying it's sharpening the whole image. And as I slide it over, where it's sharpening is where it remains white is where it's sharpening the image. Whoops, and then I just leave it about like that, where it's kind of just the outlines of their face. I'm not going to do anything noise reduction because I didn't have any issues that way. And what I always do on any of my black and whites is I add grain. I just love that gritty texture. May dial it down just a little bit. One of the great sliders on the Lightroom CC is this dehaze slider. I may bump that just a little bit, just to get it a little bit less of a glow. His sweater over here is a little bit more matte than I like. I might lift the blacks just a little bit to give it a little bit more texture. So I really like the way that looks. I'm just going to check a before and after. You can tap Y to see where we started, and this was the original Harvest Moon, and those are just my personal tweaks. And it doesn't really look a lot like this, but this was my palette. This is how I love to use Harvest Moon, by just upping that contrast, upping the clarity, very minor tweaks in the tone curve, and sharpening, and then adding the grain. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and learn to use Harvest Moon to your advantage, and really learn that you can tweak it however you like to get a style that is 100% you. Have a good night.